Have you ever watched a high-level fighter and thought they had a sixth sense? They dodge punches they never saw, stay balanced while being swept, and recover instantly after being hit. It looks like magic, but it isn't. The fastest fighters aren't reacting with their eyes. They're reacting with their nervous system before conscious thought even kicks in. That ability is called proprioception, and it may be the most underrated weapon in combat sports. Today, we're breaking down the science behind proprioception, subconscious reflexes, and how elite fighters move, strike, and defend without thinking. Proprioception isn't a buzzword. It's your nervous system's internal awareness system. It's your body's ability to sense where it is, how it's moving, and how much force is being produced. It's the reason you can touch your nose with your eyes closed. In a fight, your brain is overloaded with information, and if you have to consciously think about where your feet are or whether your guard is up, you're already late. Good proprioception shifts control away from conscious thought and into automatic regulation. Think of it as your body's internal GPS, constantly updating your position without you needing to look. This information comes from thousands of specialized sensory receptors located throughout your muscles, tendons, fascia, and joint capsules. These receptors continuously send signals to the brain and spinal cord about joint angles, muscle length, tension, and speed of movement. This constant stream of information allows the nervous system to update itself in real time. In combat sports, proprioception determines how well you maintain balance under pressure, adjust strikes mid-movement, absorb impact, and recover position after being hit or taken down. Here's something most fighters misunderstand. Reaction time is slow. Reaction time means seeing something and then responding to it, and even elite athletes average around 200 milliseconds. In fighting, that's an eternity. Proprioceptive reflexes don't rely on conscious processing. They use spinal reflex loops and subcortical brain pathways, which means less thinking, less delay, and faster correction. When a fighter checks a kick without seeing it, regains balance after slipping, or counters while being hit, that's proprioception at work. Elite fighters operate mostly at a subconscious level. Two brain regions are especially important here: the cerebellum, which predicts movement and corrects errors, and the basal ganglia, which automate motor patterns. The goal of training isn't to think faster. It's to remove thinking altogether. Proprioceptive training strengthens neural pathways that improve timing, reduce unnecessary muscle tension, and regulate joint stiffness. This is why experienced fighters look calm in chaos. Their nervous system has already solved the problem. Most fighters focus heavily on strength, conditioning, and technique, but they often ignore the sensory input that controls those outputs. Heavy lifting alone doesn't improve joint awareness, and pad work alone doesn't prepare you for unpredictable forces. Without strong proprioception, power leaks occur, injury risk increases, and reflexes stay slow. You might be strong but unstable, fast but disconnected. So, can you actually train proprioception? Yes, but not the way most fighters think. The nervous system adapts best when it's challenged, not exhausted. One effective method is eyes closed control, standing on one leg, progressing to unstable surfaces, and adding slow, controlled strikes with your eyes closed forces your joints and muscles to map space without vision. Another method is variable resistance, using bands or uneven loads during technique work. Unpredictable resistance forces your proprioceptors to adapt and stabilize in real time, just like in a fight. A third approach is reactive touch sparring, where the only rule is to respond to physical contact. If a glove brushes your arm, you counter. If a foot steps near yours, you adjust. This trains your skin, joints, and connective tissue to trigger movement automatically. Even 10 focused minutes a day can lead to noticeable improvements over time. Improved proprioception leads to faster defensive reactions, better striking accuracy, cleaner force transfer, and greater resilience to impact. From a scientific perspective, it improves intermuscular coordination, feed-forward motor control, and overall neuromuscular efficiency. The result is less wasted energy and more effective movement. That's why elite fighters look effortless. So stop training only your muscles. Start training the system that controls them. Train your sense of self. Train your awareness. Unlock the reflexes hidden in your nervous system. That's how unstoppable fighters are built, not from the outside in, but from the inside out. The best fighters aren't just strong or fast. They're aware. They don't wait to react. Their body already knows what to do. That's the proprioception advantage. If you want to train like a thinking fighter, not just a hard worker, subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. Because the future of combat sports isn't more effort. It's better nervous system control.